Hello students, Civil360 IAS Academy is coming up with its prelims companion plan, and it is followed up by a test series module which starts on 19th of October 2025. This is having 30 tests and it is going to give you a 360-degree approach to UPSC. Understand, this examination of prelims is more about elimination, learning the art of elimination, and this can be developed not only by conceptual clarity but by solving a lot of test papers. Okay, so in our test papers, first of all, there is a comprehensive coverage of the whole syllabus. The tests have been designed as per your UPSC past year question papers, and there have been heavy weightage on the topics which UPSC has been asking for last few years, right? And apart from this, CSAT preparation is also aligned with your GS, because last 2 years you must have noticed that the cutoffs for GS has been very low, but CSAT paper has been made very hard. Okay. Apart from this, it includes the budget and economic survey in the complete program. So there will be 10 comprehensive full-length tests of first subject is polity, which is having 2 sectional and 1 comprehensive test. In totality, 3 tests. Similarly, in economics, we have 2 sectional and 1 comprehensive test, along with including the budget and the economic survey. So 3 tests, 300 questions, right? In geography, again, you have 2 sectional and 1 comprehensive test. In history and art and culture, right? A lot of focus is on art and culture, Buddhism, Jainism, Bhakti saints, Sufi saints, right? This part UPSC has been a favorite topic. So 5 tests for history and culture, 4 sectional and 1 comprehensive. In ecology, we have 1 sectional and 2 comprehensive, again 3 tests. In science and tech, there are 2 comprehensive tests. Apart from this, in the CSAT, there are going to be 9 tests with your 5 comprehensive tests. Is it clear? Apart from this, there is going to be plus 1 exclusive current affairs test. Okay, this is very important. In total, what is going to happen? 30 tests. Okay. Now, whatever planner you are getting for the prelims companion, okay, you will get this 1 week before the test, okay, and then rest of the time you will combine it with your overall preparation, right? And then you can attempt the test both in your online and offline module on the Sundays, right? Important part is that the test discussion will be held on the same day itself, and the report cards will be published for each student. You can have peer-to-peer interaction and comparison. And the most significant part over here is your mentorship program, okay, which will last even after your prelims. Now, see, what are the important features over here? First of all, there is going to be a real-time analysis and the comprehensive report card. It is going to have a peer-to-peer comparison, right? There will be readily available question papers and the key, and you will get a real exam-like atmosphere over here. Mode I have already discussed. You can write it in offline mode in Trivandrum, or you can write in online mode from anywhere, and it can be customized by the student as per his demands of the preparation. Now, we are going to have a mentorship of 2 distinguished officers, Sir Sunil Loboy, he is a retired IAS, Sir Kulwant Saranga, he is a retired IPS. Apart from this, academically, there is going to be Samdad Sir, he is going to be our academic head, followed up by Saurabh Purohit Sir, Veer Pratap Sir, Aditya Sir, and Nikita Ma'am, and yes, definitely me. We all will be mentoring you and we will make sure that you enter the examination hall with lot of confidence for your prelims. Now, let's very quickly see how the whole strategy has been designed. The first test, okay, it starts on 19th of October. It is including your ancient India and half part of medieval India. Ancient India, where you have to cover, most important thing, you have to definitely study Satish Chandra. I repeat again, Satish Chandra. That's the old NCERT post 2005. Okay, sorry, pre 2005. And in medieval India, it is going to be Satish Chandra, followed up by our new NCERTs. And if you get enough time, then Tamil Nadu history textbooks are also very relevant. Class 11th one over here, right? And most important part, not only the static portion, you are also covering up your current affairs portion. So January 2025 current affairs will be covered up over here. Now, ancient India, you all know we start from the Stone Age. We move towards your Vedic period, then we move towards your Mahajanpada, then we move towards the Mauryan age, right? Then we move towards the Gupta age, then the Harsha age, and then you are entering your medieval India over here, right? Which is post Harsha. There is going to be a tripartite struggle over here, right? Followed up by the invasions, Muhammad bin Qasim, Muhammad Ghori, Muhammad Ghazni, and then you are going to see the chronology of the Delhi Sultanate, followed up by the Mughal administration. Is it clear? The second test over here is going to be art and culture. And this includes the ancient and the medieval one part over here. It is on 26th October. In this test, specifically from the ancient period, art and culture has been taken. Now understand that UPSC, whenever it's asking about history, maximum questions in the past year paper are from art and culture part. Okay, so for this, you have to pick up two books of NCERT. The first one is class 11th. You can get an online PDF also, right? Living Craft Traditions of India. And class 12th, Indian Culture by Nitin Singhania or CCRT Art and Culture, right? Nitin Singhania is a little heavy book. I will always say that first go for the NCERTs and the Hindu newspaper, whatever current affairs you will get, cover it from there, go back to your static portion, and then yes, you can scan through Nitin Singhania also. Okay, so in the medieval part, this is involving whatever sculpture, poetry, language, religious movement which had been developed, the 6 schools of Indian philosophy, right? The dances over here, the drama, Indian theatre, puppetry, what is coming in your UNESCO sites. For example, last year, I think 2024 UPSC Prelims, there was a question where they had asked that recently in the UNESCO World Heritage Site, a few sites of India had been included. I think the answer was Shanti Niketan and Hoysala Temple of Assemblance, right? And next year they had included Moedam, right, in 2025. This year, if I ask you in current affairs and if you relate to art and culture, they had included the Maratha landscape. 12 are from Maharashtra and 1 is from Tamil Nadu area. Is it clear? Now, this is how you're going to integrate your art and culture with your current affairs art and culture with your static part. Now, on 2nd of November, there is going to be the third test over here, which is going to include your early modern India, socio-religious movement, Indian freedom struggle until 1885. Although, yes, 12th class NCERT is there, definitely. But I always suggest the students to please buy Spectrum. Spectrum is a thick book, right? And the summary and the accumulations from everywhere had been given in a flowchart. Especially the last part of Spectrum is very important for your examination. So here we are covering the early modern India, right? Modern Indian history till 1885. You will see the fall of Mughals. We are also involving the revolt of 1857, right? And then social religious movement of 19th and 20th century. A lot of questions are asked from this. Indigo Revolt, they've asked about, right? Anand Math and all. They've asked about Kuka revolts, the Pabna revolt. A lot of questions are coming from this part. Now, Indian freedom struggle till 1885. The personalities, the peasant movement, the civil uprisings, the tribal movements, Birsa Munda movement, right? A lot of questions have been asked from this part. So what is happening in each test, we are including the current affairs part. Above, we had included January, February. In the third test, we have included the March current affairs, right? So this is not going to be a burden. This will holistically give you a chance for complete preparation. Is it clear? So history we have covered. Now, on 9th of November, we are having a test 4, which is about the geography, the physical geography, right? Earth, geomorphology, the climatology, the biogeography, world mapping over here, right? And yes, what you have to focus over here is fundamentals of human geography. This year in your UPSC mains, they have asked a lot of questions from human geography also, right? You need to study that, but at a later stage. First, you cover the fundamentals of geography of class 11th, right? And supplemented by GC Lyon. Okay. Now, another test over here, the test 5 over here is going to be on 16th of November, and it is going to include your science and tech. In science and tech, understand that UPSC is asking a question which has been, either the vaccine has been in news, the static portion from that part, right? You have to study, you have to be very picky on this part. May current affairs will be included, right? And in your chemistry part, you have to specifically study unit 14 of class 11th. In the biology part, unit 4 and 5 again of class 11th. In again your chemistry part, it has to be class 12th, unit 16. Biology class 12th, 8th, 9th and 10th. This is involving the DNA, the RNA, the biotechnology, all these basic portion, because in the past they have asked the conversion of DNA into RNA, M transcriptome. These kind of questions has been asked. Just a Cas19, right? CRISPR-Cas19 method. The questions has been asked in Match the Columns. I think it was in 2018 prelims, right? Apart from this, now see, your major chunk of history is done. Geography, science tech. Now that we are coming up on 23rd November with your polity part over here. We are coming up with a discussion of the constitution, and part 1 to part 4A has been included over here. For this, you have to specifically study Lakshmikant, right? If not study, at least have a reference to Lakshmikant. DD Basu, some teachers suggest DD Basu, but DD Basu is very comprehensive. I feel that a law optional student, or if you are into very detail, if your subject is PSR, maybe you can have DD Basu. But Lakshmikant is, it looks very heavy, but when you will scan through the book, it's not that, what do I say? It's very conceptually planned book, right? It goes in a, it's like a song. When you start reading, it follows up chapter wise chapter, right? It is very good book. Yes, you can also see your NCERT class 11th with this. Now, after covering all these parts, the 7th test is going to be on 30th of November, and this is covering your economy, market, banking, capital money, inflation, employment, right? For this, definitely NCERT class 11th. Again, Ramesh Singh, Indian economy. You can take Ramesh Singh also, and you can take the book on Book of Pearson also by Sri Ram Sir. Okay, and this is starting on July 2025 current affairs have been included over here. So as you are noticing, each month we are including one current affairs each, right? So this is going to reduce your burden, right? In the last moment, you will not panic that we had to, revise the whole current affairs of the year. If you follow up the plan very systematically, this is going to be very easy, right? Even if you follow up the 80 to 70% of this plan, trust me, you will sail through the prelims. December 6th, we are going to have our first CSAT test over here. Number system, basic algebra, mathematics, identities, logical reasoning, general mental ability, and reading comprehension, right? December 7th, test 8th. Now this, we are having your ecology 1, basic environmental concepts, right? A lot of questions have been coming from environment. And here we are going to discuss the kind of diversities, alpha, beta, gamma, right? We are going to discuss the ecotone, the niche, basic concepts. August current affairs are included over here. And class 10th ICSC 2018 edition of S. Chand has to be included over here. In biology, you can see NCRT class 12 unit 4 and Shankar IS or PMF IS, whatever suits you much better, you can refer for the environment part. But for the environment part, it is mostly whatever Hindu is giving articles, right? For science and tech and environment, if you have the articles of 1.5 years, the question will be somewhere from there only. Yes, it is also including environmental pollution, biodiversity, conservation efforts, and the current affairs which are linked to it. The more focus is on the current affairs part, right? 14 December, we are having our test 9. Over here, we are including Modern India Part 2, post 1885 scenario, right? The moderate phase over here. Then we are having the extremist phase, Gandhian phase, and the key movements and personalities which has been related to it. Here we are including our September current affairs, and the book which you have to refer over here is, yes, Spectrum is always there. Apart from that, you can see our past part 3 of NCRT class 8 over here, right? And again, themes in Indian history part 3 over here. Bipin Chandra's struggle for India's independence. Bipin Chandra, again, it's too heavy of a book. I will not specifically suggest for the students who are studying for the prelims. Those who have history option, yes, it's more conceptual side, right? The debates are, a lot of debates are there, but you have to study for the prelims specific part. It has been given for your reference. Now, December 21, we are going to have our 10th test, and this is your geography test, which is going to include physiography, climate, biogeography, and now this time we are going to include the human geography and Indian economic part, the agriculture part, right? Past year questions, they've asked you the question on the climatic condition of cotton, on jute, right? And demographic resources and the industries. Here you have to again focus on India's people and economy, NCRT class 11th. Understand in geography there are in total 4 NCRTs. People mostly think that there are only 2 NCRTs, physical geography and another one, Indian geography. No, there is a human geography, 2 books on human and economic geography also. You have to see those books also, right? Again, on 28th December, we are going to have further polity test from part 5, right? 2, which is your central government, 2, your elections, and this is going to include your non-constitutional bodies also. Apart from this time, November current affairs are here, right? And definitely Lakshmi Kanta's one book that you have to keep on referring over here. Indian Constitution at Work, NCRT class 11th, you can also refer to that because very basic conceptual questions are also asked. For example, in I think it was in Prelims 2017, they asked a very basic question on fundamental rights, that which of the following is related to privileges and all. They are asking questions like positive liberty and negative liberty concept, right? So conceptually, you have to be very strong over there, okay? Now, on 4th January, there's going to be test 12, which is again on your public finance, budgeting, external sector, agriculture and all this. Now, here we are going to have a revision, right? From January to March current affairs. You see, January, February, March. Now, this is a solid proof plan where you will re-revise for the second time your current affairs, and plus you are going to include the 10-day of current affairs of 2026 of January, right? Ramesh Singh and NCRT standard books over here. Now see, you are starting your second revision of the current affairs. Similarly, in the test 13, we are having ancient, medieval and modern and art and culture, a comprehensive test after your sectional test. And even the current affairs over here are from April to June. Plus, whatever current affairs have been there of the previous week, right? Then 17 January, we are going to have CSAT, Number System Basic Algebra, Mathematical Identities, Reading Comprehension. 18 January, we are having again Science Tech 2 Comprehensive Test, important part. July 2025 to September 2025, we are going to have current affairs over here. And last week, now this is going to bring more of the revision practices. Now you're going into a complete revision mode, right? You're having this holistic tests over here, followed up by the polity comprehensive test over here. Again, this is going to be on 25th of January, the 15th test. And here you are going to have your December current affairs plus the current affairs which had been from the previous week. So this is now completely going to be your comprehensive test. 1st January, there is going to be again comprehensive test on geography. And then on the 7th of January, we are going to have a CSAT test, right? Apart from this, further you're going to see on 8th of January, we are going to have again the comprehensive test over here. This is going to be of ecology, which is going to include your current affairs from 2025, right? First revision, second revision, third revision of current affairs over here. Holistic current affairs test is going to be on 15th of February. This is your test 18, right? Complete 2025 current affairs plus your January current affairs and your previous weeks, whatever you had studied in your February, right? Then test 19 is going to be on 22nd of February. Now this is very important test because it will be including your government schemes, budget, economic survey, right? And again, 2025 current affairs, January current affairs, and whatever February current affairs had been come up, they will be discussed over here. Again, 28 February, we are going to have your CSAT whole test. Then test number 20, which is going to be on the 1st March. It is related to ecology. This is going to include your comprehensive syllabus, right? Again, 2025 current affairs plus January and February current affairs over here. Is it clear? Now, this part has been done. The sectional tests and the subject comprehensive test have been done. Now, see over here. Now, this is going to be your final start for your prelims. 8th of March, you are going to have your first complete comprehensive test on 21st test over here. This is going to include your complete 2025 current affairs. Now, see, this is the 4th time you are having the revision of current affairs, okay? Then it is going to include January, February, and whatever has been included in the first week of March in your test papers. Now, 15th of March, you are going to have another comprehensive test. Again, this is going to be related to your current affairs, right? Again, 22nd of March, you are going to have a comprehensive test 3, which is again your current affairs plus your January, February, March, right? Now, understand when I'm saying current affairs here, current affairs related to the static portion will also be asked, not just holistically like current affairs, history related current affairs, science and tech related current affairs. The questions will be mixed and matched. They will pick up what is in news. They will pick up the static part from there and frame a question, right? 24th test over here is on 29th of March. Again, it's going to be a comprehensive test. Then we are having another test on 5th of April, again a comprehensive test. On 12th of April, what is happening? In fact, from 29th March, you will notice that there is going to be 2 tests, right? One is your CSAT. Now, this is going to give you a real-time feeling, right? Morning test and evening test. Whatever sitting schedule you need to have every weekend. This is going to be on 29th March. And then we are having on 5th March, a simple comprehensive test. 12th March, again, there is going to be 2 tests in a day. Normal test and your CSAT. 19th April, we are having a simply comprehensive test. 26th of April, we are again going to have your test number 28, including your CSAT, right? 3rd May, test 29, including your CSAT 8, right? Again, it's going to be a comprehensive test. And the last one before your exam, it is going to be on the 10th May, which is your test 30, including your CSAT, complete comprehensive, plus the current affairs in full. Is it clear? So 1, 2, 3, 4. These tests and the fifth one, right? So these 5 whole full length tests, including your CSAT, is going to give you a very real time analysis and gear up for you be ready for your prelims examination 2026. Thank you so much.